What's up, everyone? It's Gavin or Tweek.
What's good? What's good? It's Marcus or Pink.
What up? What up? It's Charles or Chuck.
What's going on? You got Matt or Has another week, another episode of Tweek Talks. You already know what it is. Full house. Once again. Hey, are we getting consistent? Is this happening?
Hey,
hold on a second. We're getting better at this. I think it helped that none of us were traveling for a tournament this weekend, but you know what? We'll take those wins. What's going on, everyone? It's good to see all you guys as always every week. What up, chat? What up, everybody out there? How are you doing, Charles?
I'm doing good. Just a lot of rain. The rain is relentless right now, so a lot of yard work, but yeah, it's been pretty chill. What about you, Pink?
That is so strange to hear after it just snowing here.
I was gonna say I'll trade you, bro.
I'll take rain over snow.
Definitely.
Yeah, life's good. Nothing too crazy going on actually. Like I can't think of. We're getting repairs done in our house. Like yo.
Ooh.
Hey.
Yeah. Ooh, we love spending money.
Yeah, that shit expensive.
Not that part.
It be due. It be due. Life's good though. We're looking at that. Like now, it's getting weird because like I started making faces, and like that's kind of making me want to say Gavin.
You're in a rough spot. There's not a lot of mix left.
Yeah, this is over. Yeah, Has
Literal 50-50.
Yeah, it's your turn, Has. Like you started making.
Yeah, the problem with not choosing me is that I'll get skipped if you don't. So
I mean,
yeah, that too. There's some like legacy here.
there's layers actually, more than you think. So I think you tossed me. I'm good, dude. Actually had a good weekend watching Smash, just trying to stay out of the cold, man. I've been feeling pretty plugged into Smash since Genesis. Actually, it really does revitalize something to connect with people in the scene, and I don't know, it's been good. We're trying to plan a couple trips and a couple tournaments, so I have a couple New England regionals coming up. I've been talking to the local TOs more. I want to be more involved, so there it is. It's always there for you, as they say. So yeah, I'm doing good. I'm excited. How you doing, Big Gav? Bring it home.
I'm doing all right. Sorry if you hear my rabbit Donkey Kong in the background. He's chewing on a box. I swear, as soon as we went live, he decided it's time.
It's time.
They
to
know.
He's
I can
doing
tell.
good. Can you
There
hear
it
it?
is. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Whatever. I'm good. Speaking of tapped into Smash, I'm pretty tapped in myself. It snowed like 14 inches. Awesome.
Holy shit!
Bro's like it's raining.
And we have like one or two more expected, like snowstorms.
Yeah, we got.
I think it's like Friday and Tuesday. Great.
It's a one up, but we got like 17, and we're expecting like I think another foot on Thursday, Friday.
It's been the worst winter in a long time. I'm gonna say something. Can y'all stop acting like you like snow? Like the adults out there that act like they like snow?
No. See, I literally just said that to my friends, Gavin, because they're all big skiers. I'm like, oh, this is great. I'm like, fuck you, guys. You are sick in the fucking
Just stop
head.
saying it. At least stop saying it. At least.
It's the worst, bro.
I don't believe you, but like, stop saying it too. Like, whatever. It's
Okay.
a topic for another day.
Now that we're on the topic, I was talking to somebody, and they were like, honestly, because I was talking about Florida. They live in Florida, and they were like, I'd rather have hurricanes than snow. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? But like, I don't know if Chuck has ever experienced a hurricane, but like, I've never experienced that. But is that like really a thing out there? Like people just wonder, like, how can you prefer a hurricane over? But I guess it's because I've never been in a hurricane. So like, to me, the idea of like a hurricane is like, bro, that's dangerous and scary, and like people die. But then like, snow is just snow.
People die in the snow. What? That definitely happens. And man, I'll say, all right, old man comment of the day. My fucking back is killing me too after a couple of days.
Yard work,
bro. No, oh my god, that shit is, dude. It's bad.
No Smash Bros today. We're getting all in here, right?
Yeah.
So
Foliage, right?
No,
that's gone. No foliage at all. No foliage.
Insane.
Comments don't know about that anymore. It's okay.
Yes, they do. They'll know.
No, they're gonna know now.
If you're a long
Go
time
see
watcher,
now
you
that I
know.
said it.
Yeah.
I also live in an old building, so when it's that much, when the quantity is that large, like I'm concerned for like my roof or like whatever. I have drafty windows, like if it gets windy and snow's getting inside, like yeah, I don't know. It sucked. Been a shitty winter. Ever since like LMBM, it's just been like a lot to deal with. But yeah, I've been pretty tapped into Smash. At one point, I got into bed one night. I watched Mild vs. Cola before bed. I was watching that Japanese tournament that Yara won. Congrats, by the way. So like, I don't normally watch like that unless I'm like in a Discord call with Haz. So like, I've been going out of my way to watch some stuff. I even watched some of my sets from Cav Clash and Genesis because there's a couple I thought I played really well in. There's like I watched one set from Cav Clash and it was like my favorite one. I'd been waiting for it and they uploaded the VOD finally. I thought that was
the Rosa.
I thought that was the best I've played in a long time.
The legendary Rosa set.
Yeah, I couldn't link I couldn't find it anywhere for a while, but I think they just took a while to upload it. So just stuff like that. Yeah. I learned one thing from Mild set. I've been playing DK and Elite Smash after I practice. Back air F tilde 0. Good string to get out of the negative %. Mild does landing back air F tilt and he looks for it like very consistently at 0. Dude, you're not relying on the down tilt trip. You're not getting like a raw grab.
Yeah.
I also like raw down B at like grounded down B at 0%. It's one of the cooler things about playing DK is playing around the negative on hit stuff. Buffing his jab actually did help a lot. Making the second jab like stronger did make playing around the negative on hit thing. Because in Smash 4, it was like raw grab and like you better hope that down tilt trips.
Yeah.
Up tilt's negative, forward tilt's negative, nair's probably negative. So I don't know, random, but shouts to him. He plays like a crazy person.
Mild, you're talking about?
Yeah, I mean they both just were trying to kill each other the whole time.
Mild knocked out my goat Shiryuki in the tournament this weekend that Yara won. So
I was telling you that matchup's like even. So I think that matchup is very competitive for both characters. So
it always feels like
it's so grounded, bro. I'm down being the whole game.
It just seems stressful for Inkling. Like at a certain, like I think Shiryuki won game 1 like pretty convincingly, and then after that it was just Mild all day. It just seems. I feel like my Inkling brain is back in like 2018 still, like when I last really studied the character and like cared about Thumbaton because they just disappeared, you know, for a little while. But now that I'm watching more Shiryuki sets, it's been more interesting to keep up with the character. And he just missed top 8, but he lost to Mild, and I was like, that should be it's Inkling, like, you know, neutral, you know, strong neutral character,
big body, yeah,
right, low dash profile. The up tilts were going crazy too. You and I were having fun pointing that out. He did up tilt with Inkling. I was like, damn, I didn't know that
he did even a thing. Grenade at 0, the explosion happened, he'd run full into it and do a running up tilt that would true combo off the grenade.
We're going crazy.
Interesting setup.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I mean, that was a fun tournament in general. You and I played too. You want to play Smash? I was like, you know what? Sure, let's do it. And you went Dedede and just ruined my night, which was terrible.
Sorry.
I was like, well, you play Dedede because you know how you always you got the Diddy Kong on lock all the time. Like that's your guy. I think like something insane would have to happen for you to not play Diddy Kong until Ultimate ended. Like something insane. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. Like, I don't even know how that works. But
I'm I hope it happens.
Well, we'll see. You always have that second character, and it's like some combination of like it's Sephiroth, or you're back on Cloud, or like maybe you're playing Wario. And I was like, can you just do Dedede? Like, can it just be your second guy? Like, can he just be back there somewhere? Like, you just use him?
My Dedede. I've never heard Haz angrier in my life.
Really?
Dude, you hate this shit.
We played Unite together, bro. I don't know.
I guess in Smash. Like
Yeah.
when I'm involved and like in the call with you, and he
He's
hates
broken.
my DDD very much.
He's broken until you have to play Rob. Then Rob beats DDD, and that's it. DDD beats everyone else.
Yeah, so I was playing with Haz, and like Haz just hates my DDD. He's like, "You like, can you do this in tournament?" Like, he's like, "Can this be your real secondary?" Like,
I was begging, bro. I was like, please,
like,
people have to know.
People need to see this. And then I was like, okay, I'll go on Elite Smash and play other people. And we started theoretically talking about like what could be an issue.
Nothing.
And we mentioned like I was like, yo, Min would be a nightmare.
It's not even that bad.
First character I ran into was Min on FD. Clean victory from me.
Well, hold on. Don't even say clean victory. You made him rage quit.
Oh yeah, they were like standing
seconds.
still.
Like it was done. Like it was over in 10 seconds. Like it was just gone. I was like, I told you.
And then I played against a Rob. And they nearly timed me out. It was so I couldn't do anything the whole like they were just not letting me do anything. I like Gordo as they shot Gyro, the Gyro like hit the Gordo and the Gordo killed me and I'm like, all right, like the Gordo no, not even that. The Gyro was already on the ground and like it just still like bounced it back, killed me. Like there's like a minute left on the clock. Like it was rough, dude. And yeah, I haven't played DDD since.
No, that ended very quickly.
Faded day.
It'll come back soon, though. I think.
I love that character. I just love that. It feels like exclusive to B and B. We just both love this character, and it feels like everyone else hates him.
He's a your household character for sure,
yeah.
like no question. Someone else I wanted to talk about from that same tournament, not DDD related, thank God, is DieGorou, the Corrin player who had some great results. Actually got second to Yara.
I think he got better.
Oh yeah.
I don't even think it was just a good tournament. I think he genuinely got better, like improved.
I think so too.
He was clean AF that tournament.
He first thing, Core mains never beating the allegations. He plays on Joy-Con. I'm pretty sure it's one Joy-Con with one.
No,
finger.
it's not.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Just kidding.
It's actually half a Joy-Con.
Yeah, just half a Joy-Con. That's all you need to play Corrin.
He uses but he does use it's actually the Wiimotes.
It's a Nintendo Labo controller, like cardboard.
Labo?
Oh, dude.
That's what your bunny's eating right now. Your Corrin controller.
He has a good Corrin.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I just think that's funny because it's been a thing since day one. That Corrin, it's like, dude, back in Smash 4 is eat glue, like whatever. Like, you know, I still think there's some truth to that. Not as much as Smash 4. I just think it's funny that happened. I think it was Asimo took game 1 against him in losers final. I was like, bro, this looks good for Asimo, and then DieGorou just.
Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Asimo did. He got up air. I think it was up air 1, and it didn't convert into the Shoryu properly. I think he got sour spot or something.
Oh man!
And it went game 5, and then he lost game 5. Something like that. I think he was up to something happened to where the fate of the tournament changed, and it just reminded me of that conversation I've had with Marcus, where he's like, bro. Sometimes luck is like so important. Like sometimes it's like it's what you need to like keep going in the bracket. Like and it was like faded. Game 5, like miss input kind of thing, and DieGorou gets an up smash. Like if it was Yara versus Asimo Grands, like who knows? But yeah. That said specifically. There was a lot of really cool sequences from DieGorou. Something I love to do when I'm playing well, and something I like to look for other players is during your like ledge trap. Like let's say as they're grabbing ledge, you do like run off, run back on, and you have like strategies within that moment. It's like a cool visual cue because it's this feint between like 2-frame ledge trump, setting up a ledge trap, and DieGorou did a lot of those with like slipping off the ledge off of his attack animations. Like nair, slide off, double jump. Does he press a button? Does he not press a button? Does he ledge trump you? Like that type of stuff is so sick especially because ledge trump in this game compared to Smash 4 has even more depth than it did in Smash 4. There's layers within the ledge trump attempt itself because you can DI ledge trumps now. Is that
which I hate, by the way?
DI?
Yeah, I mean, I think DIing the ledge.
You know what I mean? You can hold different directions, like.
You can influence the direction you get sent. So I think DIing a ledge
yeah.
trump is like a thing. Yes.
I think that's correct. So I love that type of stuff. Like with Diddy Kong, I do like my run off, monkey flip kick, or run off, throw the banana into the wall, like, and then it gets so much started, even if you don't get anything in that moment, just because of the visual cue and like you're testing your opponent's knowledge of like how much frame advantage do you truly have in this moment. It was something I noticed, and I thought it was really cool from him. It requires like really good knowledge of your frame advantage and some smooth execution, and honestly some confidence to like reposition yourself in a way like that, like off stage to on stage, without like, you know.
Okay, I thought there was something after I was
No,
like,
honestly, no. I'm
that was mixed.
we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, we got mixed. We all got mixed. It's cool that you said something that's like interesting that you like to do, or like you hone in on like something that you like to do. Because I think that's something that a lot of players do when they're like spectating the game. Is like they'll notice like, oh, this person's execution is like really good, or like, oh, they'll notice that this person's ledge trapping is really good, or oh, whenever they go off stage, like this is happening. But I like how specific you got with it, because a lot of times it just ends at like, oh, their execution is really good. Or it's like, oh, what would you notice that made like?
Yeah, I think it's why maybe I thought they got better, because like there's just like depth to some situations, and like it looked like cleaner. I don't know if I just watched some tournaments where they didn't play as well or whatever, but it looked like real improvement, like just really clean gameplay compared to what I've seen before. And I didn't even include like another layer to that situation with like the ledge trap / offstage, ledge trump feint, all that is like ledge slip itself, and how it could be included in all of that, and how simply crouching at the ledge gets everything started. Like, dude, there's so many layers just starting with the crouch.
Especially if your character has a very threatful down tilt. I think that's the main thing.
Yeah, whether it's like a down tilt or like a rising aerial back onto stage, or like you're crazy off ledge trump, or like whatever. It gets everything started. And I like talking about it specifically because it was kind of a struggle with Diddy Kong. Like I didn't always have every layer, it felt like, but I really dove into, because what Diddy Kong liked to do a lot of the time is sit in the corner with his back to the ledge. So I couldn't ledge trump, because I'm trying to spike you, bro. All right, I'm gonna be honest. I'm trying to spike people at 0. I'm not afraid to say it.
Cheeser alert. Cheeser.
Yeah, I don't actually have any skill.
It's cheese or be cheese nowadays, man.
But now I do so much stuff with ledge slip. I've included like the final layer, and it gets really everything going. It complements the Z drop dare, Z drop bear stuff as well, and it's so cool. I love that aspect to the game, because it flows into the ledge trap, corner pressure, whatever. It flows perfectly when you do it really well. And it's nice because in tournament, it's really easy to throw a lot of that creative stuff out the window, and just, I don't know, let's say you're Cloud or Palu, and you just let your opponent back, and you just back air 10 times and like really hope it works. Like a lot of the time in tournament, like whether you are thinking about it or not, you're not going to be as creative or loose, I would like to call it, just because you kind of play it by the book and you hope your opponent messes up, or you're a little too nervous. So I like when people play those situations out like that, and they keep everything on the table, because the kills really come to you at that point a lot of the time.
I think that ties into two big concepts we've been talking about a lot, especially when you're playing Sephiroth, is you don't want to become the back air bot.
You have to fight those demons, bro.
Yeah, fight the demon.
Every character has their demons, I would say.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah. And the other one it reminds me of that we talk about a lot is, like, we say when you're playing best, it's clip Gavin. It's not just, like, obviously, technically, you're consistent in a lot of ways that aren't clips, and, you know, how you win is consistent all around. When you're going for, and it's something I noticed in your edge guarding recently.
It's like mythical being that everyone talks about. Like,
but it's so hard to have that confidence to go for it, because, dude, how many back airs have you hit to win games? You know, like,
having the confidence, I think, is a strategy in itself, right? Like, how do you I think it's a routine when you practice. Like, how can you access it as much as possible? Yeah.
Turning something usually that's not too consistent into consistent is a very difficult thing to do, and it's a hard thing to balance as a player, because for every moment that someone does a really sick play, there's 5 to 10 moments where they went for that in tournament and they'd lost it all.
Dude,
like they threw, and
this
it's like
connects
one of those
these players where it's like, how do they play like this? They've never been hurt? We talk about that all the time, and I've been talking about this concept with Lucky and Loaf, the twins, like for the last few days. We're in like a little group chat, and it's just so interesting because I think I've talked about this on the show, like the shift between playing really crazy and clip Gavin, whatever you want to call it. I get hurt. I play a little too defensive. I'm playing too defensive. I play crazy again, repeat. And I also associate like playing fast and aggressive and crazy with like kind of recklessness and tilt. And then like I might tap a little too much into it. Then I backtrack. And it's such a crazy cycle. And it really is a journey to like, because we also talked about the playmaker thing last time, like Diddy Kong kind of being more, or at least for my perception of it, like I think I have to be a bit more of a playmaker to be successful consistently. So I've just been trying to tap into like what all of this stuff means. And it's been really interesting to practice, because I think
the start of your competitive career was in Smash 4, and if you're listening to this podcast and you've never played Smash 4 is a very defensive game for sure. It like rewarded a lot of shielding. Rolling was really strong. Like essentially replaced spot dodge with roll.
I wasn't doing any of that at the start.
But Brother was the exact opposite.
I was just
right.
But then kill people.
But then when you are trying to win tournaments and you're playing meta characters and you've like committed to the point where it's like, okay, I really like this character, but this character's not good enough. I'm gonna try something else. Like you've already committed that or to that point, so it's like, well, I might as well camp too while I'm at it, right? Like
I've experienced it all, and I think that we've talked about that recently on the show too, like the concept of like flipping that switch. We talked about like the Spargo Light Cola style, then we talked about like the Peanut Sonix style, like Aquila, the players who do both, the players who are like stubborn enough to stay on like to just pick one, and like the pros and cons of all that stuff. So it's interesting. Because
something to mention off of the Aquila thing is I remember at Invitational watching Aquila, and I believe that was the first time Aquila competed outside of Japan. And Aquila was
new at the time.
Aquila was fairly aggressive. You can go back, or at least from my memory, you can go back and watch the VODs, but Aquila was very aggressive, at least with the materials. Like Aquila was always out of materials. It's something I mentioned on the mic, was like, man, he's really aggressive with all the materials and just like trying to get the swing in. And then even within that tournament, you could see the pivot where there were certain games where Aquila was like, okay, hold up, breaks. Like you could already see the player.
The process was there. Yeah. It's interesting. And I'm trying to remember of some of the key moments in my conversations with the twins. Like, you can still do it in like a defensive way as well, like move creatively. And I've been doing a lot of that in my streams the last few days. Like, and I think it's going well, because some of my opponents were even asking me like, how do I deal with like, you're like running away from me the whole time. I didn't think it like when I'm playing, I'm not thinking of it like that, because it's like, I don't know, like a mini game within my own head that I'm trying to play fast and crazy, but I'm also trying not to play reckless or poorly, and like I'm trying to look for big hits without like sacrificing too much of my advantage. Like it's a lot to talk about. I could scroll through, but it's been the big topic of my Smash life lately. It's just playmaking and like what it means. How can you do it? How can you do it consistently? What do you have to tap into? Like what's worth it? What's not worth it? Trying to do it on like a individual matchup level too, like trying not to, because if you do it universally, you're going to run into matchups where things don't work and blah, blah, blah. It's a lot. I also don't have the mod, and I've been playing against everyone I play against does have it. and I think they assume I have it because they don't say anything, which is fair because like I should.
No, you're the only one. No, you're good. You're the only one eligible for rankings now. True.
Yeah.
You're banned.
Yeah,
You're all
report the rest
criminals.
of it. Report the rest of them. Get them banned.
Nintendo.
No competition.
right.
Why ban Steve when you can just ban the players?
Bro,
No,
you
I'm
ban
just
all
like
the
Rock
players.
Lee. I'm just like Rock Lee with the training weights right now. I'm just, I'm like Goku. I just want to fight you at your strongest.
There we go.
There you go.
Much better reference.
Sorry.
Much better reference. Yeah, that's good. I think
I don't
Something
like
you-
either of these series that much.
something you said. You love Dragon Ball Z. Something you said.
Never seen.
Really? Oh well, dude, come
Well,
on.
no wonder you don't like it.
Obviously, you'd love it. Yeah, it's the best. Something you said is like these players, they play like they've never been hurt before, which I think is so interesting.
We've been saying
because
that for years, and like
it-
tapping into what it really means, right? Yeah.
Bro.
It reminds me of, real quick, a quote from one of my all-time favorite athletes, Derek Jeter, who, they would always ask him, the baseball season's 160 games long every season. How do you do it? How do you play so consistently? You're going to hit bad stretches, right? You're going to have weeks or months where you're not playing your best. And he always said you have to have a short memory. Like you need to learn from your mistakes, but you can't let them like bog you down or something like that. But I loved his quote about like, you have to have a short memory. Like I've struck out 30 times in a row. You can't be thinking like, all right, up there, I'm just going to get up there and do my thing. I know it's hard to,
Yeah.
and maybe that's like basic advice, but I don't know. He was such a great competitor. I just think I don't know. I think it's something to think about.
Something to get started with at least.
Yeah. Because
Like,
like,
you need a strat. Like you can't just tell yourself I need to have a short memory and then that's it. I think.
yeah.
What does it actually mean?
Yeah,
Yes.
like,
I agree. Yes.
It's different for every person, but I think it does get everyone on the right track, though, for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely it's like if you think of like baseball too, how much downtime there is between key moments of like I'm sure a lot of players like destroy themselves in their head. Like
It's so mental, dude. It's
like,
so
yeah, you're just
mental
waiting
at
and
this point,
waiting and
yes.
waiting and like you
Totally.
struck out a
Well,
million times in a row. Like
Well, it's such a game of numbers, and there are so many statistics, and everyone keeps track of them, and everyone knows everything. But I think an easier example is like if you're playing a game that you really like, and you're tilting, and you're losing, and you keep queuing, and you keep
dude.
like it's such a vicious cycle. Like I just see one good game.
no, I do it in
Mm,
Yu-Gi-Oh simulators.
Yes, I do it. In
I
every,
rage queue in freaking Yu-Gi-Oh, bro.
Well,
I don't change
Doesn't
my
matter.
deck list. I just go again, bro. Like God.
it's so bad, dude. It's
I catch
so
myself
bad.
like once a day, and I stop myself, which is awesome. I'm glad I stopped myself, but like I queue so fast without even thinking about what happened in my last match or anything, and I'm just like, what is wrong with me? I'm an adult.
Oh,
Like it's
even better.
We've done it in Unite like together.
Yes.
So.
That's easy because that's your teammate's fault.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That's their
True,
fault.
true.
Yeah. Well, okay. To be fair, that was usually true when we played Unite, though. Hey, hold on now.
Some teammates.
But yeah, it's tougher. We talk about that all the time, where it's tougher in fighting games because, you lost, bro. Like their
Oh,
character
you-
might be a piece of shit, or maybe they picked the cheesy stage, bro.
Hard to have a small
Hey.
memory when it's just you and yourself. There's nothing else really. There's nothing else to talk about. Well, that's why we all complain about characters, I guess. But
Yep.
This is
It's
the
got
best thing for sure.
the
Yeah.
outlet has to go. It has to go somewhere.
there's
to be an
nothing else
outlet.
we can choose. Like there's only a couple choices. So
Gavin's like really funny with this because like you'll talk to him after an event, he'll be like, "Yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna do Shore Hop Rising 4 there anymore." Yeah, actually, and then like three events later, you'll just see him doing it over and over, and he's like, "I think I tapped into something." I'm like, "Bro, like you just remember the use of it." So like, but you got hurt, so you're like, "Bro, I'm not doing this anymore."
This option's
Trash.
ass.
I fight this idea that I always subconsciously want a universal strategy that works on everything, and I'm always trying to avoid it. But I'm always subconsciously trying to make a style that's going to beat every player every game, and I hate myself for that. I'm sure we all do that to an extent, but I'm always like, this doesn't work, this works, this doesn't work, this works, like. Because it would be nice, right? There's a million characters in the game. Like if your character
Well,
had a strategy that
you're-
could just
Some characters can do that.
You're playing the wrong character.
Oh,
You're not playing the
so-
correct character for that, but
Yeah,
there
okay.
are characters that simplify the game to the point where it's
Yes.
like not every matchup.
I'm the
you
problem
play
solver,
X, but-
not the problem.
Correct. Yes. You're trying to solve problems. You chose this life.
Unless you pick Dedede, then
I
you're
also
pro.
had one of my well, yeah. I don't want to do that to Aqua.
Dude, okay, if you went Dedede against Alcohol and he went
Grand
Doc,
finals, Dr. Mario versus King Dedede.
oh, yo, if on my comment,
He
it's
needs
over,
to go.
bro.
He needs to go Doc, I think.
I'd
Yeah,
go ape shit if you
mandatory.
went Doc versus
And Mia would
Dedede,
have to
bro.
switch to Wolf, probably, huh?
Yeah, all the low tiers in one.
Yeah.
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 Low tier bracket. Yeah, for
Marcus.
sure.
I'm not even sure. You might actually get JV4 stock by Sonix. That sounds literally impossible.
For Sonic?
Nah, he'd have
You
to
know
go
what?
Roy, dude.
Okay, that also sounds.
That Royal was
no.
actually pretty good.
Yeah, y'all
Yeah.
seen it?
We're
he
about
can
to.
play DK too. He plays DK. I mean, we
Sonix?
all can, but he plays DK. Yeah,
Wait, really?
yeah, he does. Isn't that? Yeah, it's not. It doesn't sound like in character, but he can play DK.
You know who he plays that's in character is Spider-Man in Marvel Rivals. That's perfect. That fits him
Like,
so well.
apparently
He's
it's
so
like-
good at it.
Apparently, that's
too.
like his hobby, and it's like, yeah, like I'm not surprised. Like,
Talk about a game that you rage queue into. Good lord, that one's a
I
bad,
can
that's a bad
imagine.
one, dude. I wanted to say congrats to Riddles. He won.
oh yeah,
My
dude.
goat.
he hit him 3 times.
I know. I sent you the clip. I was like,
Rage Drive on the block is like such
Yeah.
a specific like DLC moment.
it is. I know, and it's yeah. I mean, shout out to Riddles, man. 2
Yeah,
sets over Syrup
That is
to
great.
win the
Why
tournament.
was Syrup
which is-
in Canada? Who knows?
He's everywhere, bro. It doesn't matter. You could turn on like one stream in Texas and then another stream in California.
He's
And
at
Syrup's he's at both of them. Yeah, he's like playing doubles
Zomba
in one.
too. They
Yeah,
have
yeah,
a
with Zomba.
superpower. They have superpowers.
Instant
Big
transmission.
Boss.
You'll learn
Big
about
Boss
that.
is another one.
Mm-hmm.
Chag's another one.
World
True.
Warriors, dude.
Bro, they are at 3 tournaments at once.
I'm a Chag fan, bro. Actually, I was watching. Speaking of being plugged back into Smash, similar to you, Gavin. I've just been like watching stuff, like just watching sets, not like watching the best Ken result of the weekend or the best
Yeah.
Belmont result of the weekend. It was like Mars breaking down Spargo versus Castle, and I was like, oh, I'm interested in
Oh,
this,
wow.
even though I don't really care about these two characters. Like, I was like, oh, but that was a pretty big upset, and like, what's going on here? And I think in general, I'm just interested in Spargo's journey right now and where he's at. And I like Mars has really good breakdowns of stuff. He's also really funny. His breakdowns of his own runs were super funny. He talked about his match with Gact. Check out. I don't know why I'm giving this away for free. That's my guy. Shout out to Mars. But he's done some pretty good content after Genesis. That's worth checking out. And then I was just like in Sonic's stream, which I don't watch Sonic's stream a ton because I don't watch Sonic gameplay a ton. And then I was in Spargo's stream too, just watching them play. And Spargo was playing Chag. And it was just like super good vibes in his chat. Like everyone was super nice and talking about the matchup. It was Min Min against Cloud. Then he was trying Roy and he was trying other. And I was like, it's so interesting because the people who I'm close with in the scene, like you in Paris and Mars, especially when he was competing more, like I know your journeys very well, and I know what you guys have gone through. And you play with Jude all the time, and you play with people from the Discord, and who Light plays with, and how he plays offline, and what he likes to do. It was like I haven't really thought about, and I think I owe it to these players as a caster to explore that more and understand it more. There's just so much to it, there's so many different players and so many different viewpoints on the game. Watching Sonix make a matchup chart was wild. 0 losing matchups for Sonic, by the way. Check out his matchup chart.
Must be nice.
Dude, I like it though, because he's not like, yeah, he probably loses. He's like, nah, he doesn't lose. Whatever. He's broken.
he's
I'm like, all right, W.
Yeah, it's like, well, it's even. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he says that for like Steve though, it's like, okay. Like
Yeah.
I remember him having that opinion even when everyone thought
He's real.
Sonic sucked. Like I'm pretty sure in the beginning of Ultimate he thought highly. I'm not 100%.
What
sure,
if we could make Sonic's time travel? I'm not even gonna say to Smash 4 to Brawl.
No,
No,
no.
are
Sorry.
we ending the
Too
conversation
much.
here?
Just
dude, Brawl
It-
Sonic was so bad.
There were people who tried very, very,
like,
very
like-
hard.
Yeah.
Not like adult Sonic's now with all of his wisdom.
He picks Meta Knight and Ice Climbers.
Yes, he would pick. Hopefully, he would pick Meta Knight.
He'd have an amazing.
I
Meta
think
Knight.
Sonics could
We're not going to entertain
do
my
some work.
theory.
with Sonic.
I
though,
mean,
in Brawl.
there were Sonic players that performed well, and they beat Meta Knight players and stuff. But
What people?
no,
His issue is in Ultimate were actually his issues in Brawl. Like the Sonic can't kill thing that people started saying at the beginning of Ultimate.
Oh, that was real in Brawl.
It was only real. This problem is only real one time, and it was Brawl.
Sonic's neutral in Brawl was not bad. It was actually pretty
yeah,
good.
it
You
was
just
good.
didn't really get much off of your hits, and it took forever to kill. So, and like
Bro, I have faith in time traveling Sonics.
Well, yeah, me too. But
me too. But
with Sonic,
are you
Brawl,
saying
you had? Oh, good.
To replicate his results in Ultimate and Brawl? Is that what you're saying?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Well, yeah, okay. I get, what's the goal? Where are we setting the goalpost here?
I don't know.
The top 8 at a major.
The conversation is boring if we just time travel him to Smash 4 because we know he's just gonna do well. Like the character is top tier,
of course.
And like Sonix is like good enough to just win.
Oh yeah.
Like we know that would have been the case, especially because he did play 4. But like imagine if he was at all the tournaments, blah blah blah. But like Brawl is where it could get interesting. I don't know. Because that character was like top of low tier or something.
Well, and keep in mind back in the day, like older games, the tier lists were so much further apart. Like Ganon versus Sonic.
But he was like around where my character was that I made, which was Yoshi.
Oh, I thought okay. They're saying Diddy Kong is top of low tier. I was like, okay, well, that's fine. Yeah, Yoshi.
Dude, momentum canceling was in Brawl too. Like Sonic was not killing nobody.
No.
Like, the defensive mechanics to reduce knockback in Brawl was very
Yoshi's
strong.
27 and Sonic is 22.
You can't take any Brawl tier list seriously though. Like come on. I mean,
I think Sonic would be better than Kirby here.
No.
Dude.
No,
arguing
definitely
about
not.
Brawl low tiers,
Yes.
I'm not going here. There's no way. We're not.
It don't matter, bro.
Yeah.
Like Ike is not better than Sheik, bro.
What are we doing?
What are we going off of? Like our
I'm gonna put you in the
my
trash.
mental,
Good
just
God.
my brain. Like
no.
Get him out of
Bro,
here.
don't remember, bro. Ike was
that
raw.
jab was nice.
Also, what tier list are you looking at?
Just
I'm not taking any Brawl tier list seriously past like the first 7 characters
Yup.
or so.
I'm not even sure if it's 7.
or whatever.
No, I'd say,
I disagree with.
I'd see these days. There's like a top 10.
Meta
that
Knight
kinda matters.
ICs I agree with obviously, but all more than Diddy Kong. Like I think Diddy Kong should be 3.
Meta Knight, Ice Climbers, Diddy.
Yep. I don't even know if all marks should be 4.
Snake.
Not zero.
No.
No, I'm just trying to think of characters that are.
I think
Characters like Falco was good.
We're doing this. Okay, hold
Well,
on.
who's
Here's
better, Marth? I think Marth is better than Olimar too.
I just feel like there are people that are qualified to talk about this because there's people that still play Brawl, but we are definitely.
Me, I cast top 8 every
they
year
might
in
be roasting
Supernova.
us
Let's
right
go,
now.
dude. I'm
They might
ready.
be roasting us right now.
Nah, dude, they wouldn't. Dude, they're super chill. The Brawl
Diddy Kong
community
is
is
number
super
3.
chill.
Diddy Kong is number 3.
Okay,
Sure.
fine.
But
they're both
that is
listed
very
as
far
A plus,
from,
by the
like,
way.
22.
We could get Sonic to C tier. We can get him there.
To Game and Watch and Pit? No, definitely
Game Watch
not.
is
Bro.
We could get Sonic better
And
than Game
Wolf?
Watch. We could get Sonic better than Game Watch. Also, Game Watch is already too high to begin with.
This is terrible.
Character kind of sucked.
Kind of.
That
Just a
character
little bit.
sucked.
Kind of. That back guard kind of nice, though.
No.
That back guard kind of nice.
Specifically, not that one.
Yes, that one.
Shouts
In
to
every
Steelers
other
Rosie.
game, yes.
Do y'all remember like how information used to get spread on like learning games, and like how long it took for people to realize that move was terrible because they thought it was so broken because it like ate so much of your shield, but then they learned that like there's this like 17. I don't remember it. Let's say 17. My brain just says 17 for some reason. Like 17 frame gap where you could actually just punish them with pretty much anything you wanted, and they're like, oh, this move sucks. But like not everybody knew that because like you had to like watch this really niche video of like 30 views to like learn the information.
Well, and if you played Meta Knight, Tornado just went through it anyway. You never even think about it. And Uppy beat it too.
You would just Uppy it.
I didn't think about any of that shit. I just beat it without even trying.
Kill him.
Dude, hiding tech was so strong back then. Because now, even if you find something and you try to hide it, like
Somebody
so much
else
people
found
play the game, someone else is gonna find it and make a YouTube video.
Dude, I'm at no Charles.
Sonic, bro. We're getting him to. We're getting.
He's locked in.
We're getting.
This guy loves Brawl Sonic, man.
I don't know why. I do not. But
oh, you're a
getting
fan. What are you
higher
talking
on the list,
about?
bro? Sonics. We're putting you in. I have a time machine.
You're going with him. You're not sending him alone.
I have to go.
Yes, of course
you can
do.
do Z drop aerials in Brawl. everyone will be like. Make
Oh, I get to
tested.
play DieGorou.
Well, you get to play. Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
No,
Um,
I'm the one who's picking Meta Knight. I'm disgusting, bro.
You know what was an interesting, well, maybe kind of a fun topic we talked about this weekend, Gavin, was like in a similar note of like how information gets passed between players and how difficult gaming is now. It's like two different schools of thought. Like, oh, gaming was harder before because the information was so scarce. You like either had it or you didn't. If you had it, like you're pretty good to go, and if you didn't, you were screwed. But now it's like there's so much information everywhere, which is kind of reflective of, I guess, the times we live in, not to get too deep or whatever. But there's so much information everywhere. It's about finding the good info and applying it in a good way rather than just knowing where to look for it and applying the small amount you have and making that carry you. And I was talking about, was like, holy shit, when we get the next Smash game, it's going to be fucking insane. Like, so fucking crazy. Like, how many
Very
people are going to be
fast-paced,
competing.
like, development.
Yeah, dude, and Ultimate was already wild. It was so wild, and this is going to be even bigger. What is Marcus? What, Marcus?
I'm watching Brawl Sonic, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm so locked in.
No!
I'm so, and like the thing is, like
We're getting him a few spots higher at least.
This character is terrible.
He's so bad. He's already boosted. He's already boosted, Gavin. Where he is on that tier list is like already generous.
No.
Well, I don't know about that, but like,
yes,
he's not worse than Kirby, bro.
You think he's better than DK? Wow. All right. Well, I'd say less.
Is Yoshi's story legal?
Excellent question.
That actually benefits both of them like equally, though.
That is true.
Equally,
dude. Sonic with slants is extremely stupid.
So, I didn't know. Yeah, I don't know too much about Brawl Sonic. Did he have like specific tech? I know he had a lot of tech.
You can't do anything to that.
It all lost to Tornado. True.
Bring all your tech. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna press this B button real quick. I'm gonna slice and dice you up.
Well, you have to move. It's tricky. Yeah, you have to move a little bit.
So I also went on one of my rants again.
Oh God.
One of my Twitter rants. I did.
You did, yeah.
I talked about that on the show, though. There's not too much to talk about, but I did my rant.
The Footstool thing?
Yeah, I did my rant where I said Footstool out of Shield is misunderstood, I guess is how I would word it.
I thought it was cool.
I don't know. I just do that type of thing sometimes. It was like 5 in the.
I mean, I will say as time goes on, we are seeing more Footstool out of Shield punishes in general. Like we do see it more. I mean, I don't think that
more. I think we're seeing it have more quality when it happens.
I think the characters that can use it are like, I think Steve is the first character I think of, no question. Like,
yeah, there's to me there's a lot of
value.
If a player can consistently, or at least like show the other player that they can do a Footstool punish, that literally changes the matchup and it impacts the game right then and there. So I don't think it's about necessarily doing it consistently. Just showing your opponent that you can do it at least once does a lot. Like Zamba gets a lot of Footstool dares.
Yep.
And like, even if it doesn't kill, like just showing like, hey, you can't do that. Like what you just did is officially not safe and you will take damage and, go into disadvantage state. That's a pretty big statement. It's a pretty big swing.
Because it's one of those things where if we were seeing it more, that would mean that players were spacing their aerials worse, which obviously isn't happening. But yeah, like you said, that's my favorite use of it, is how much it can influence once your opponent is aware and they can't bully you anymore. But at the same time, I also think that's a little outdated because people usually aren't spacing their aerials like that anyway. But
no, I've always said that Footstool. So for me, Footstool out of Shield, the best case usage of it is when characters are trying to cross you up and you don't know what side they're on. They are so close to you that you are guessing if they're on the left side of you or the right side of you, which means they're close enough for a guaranteed Footstool out of Shield. So it's like character with, I think Footstool out of Shield is very high impact on Fox because Fox is a character with low air drift. So, and also loves to go for really close cross-ups that make you guess 50-50 on where you're at. And if you guess wrong against Fox and he's behind you and you shield grab or do something, you're getting up smash. You're dying for it. So I just think it depends on the character archetype. Obviously, if you Footstool out of Shield a Cloud player, like, what the hell? What's going on over here? You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the character you're fighting.
Yeah. So the way I described it was there are Footstool setups with insurance behind them, which makes them a lot stronger as a setup. Like Steve's is the most obvious example in the world, where there's a plan B built within the option, which is really strong. I think the same about like even like Footstool with items. Just because like you're giving them something to deal with, even if it's for some reason isn't working, right? Mm-hmm. So you have a backup plan. But in reality, I don't think Footstool out of shield actually gives you frame data, like beneficial bonus frame data. I think because obviously it's relying on your opponent. So even if you are footstooling someone out of shield, I would still say both players are doing something wrong rather than just the person getting footstooled is doing something wrong. Like if I'm footstool out of shield, doing footstool out of shield versus like this Fox aerial, I still think I'm doing something wrong if I'm in the position in the first place. Because like I don't think it's the consistent strategy to beat Fox there.
Well, you can't just be like, I know how to footstool out of shield Fox players' nairs, so I win.
Yeah.
But I think...
In fact, I think you're more likely to lose the matchup in that spot.
I don't necessarily think I think it's closed-minded to think like, oh, it's either good or it's bad. Like it just changes. To me, it's quite simple. It just changes the matchup. If Corrin couldn't footstool Fox, like footstool dare out of shield against Fox, that matchup would be absolutely free. It would be free. Like Corrin would pretty much almost never be able to do anything when Fox is up in Corrin's face. But the fact that Corrin has a footstool out of shield option, it changes the matchup. Whether how strong you feel that is or how much you think it changes the matchup, that's debatable. But it does change the matchup, and like that's something that I would never personally budge on. Like, oh yeah, well, Corrin footstool out of shield doesn't change the matchup against Fox. Like, yes, it does. If you want to argue how much it changes it, then yeah, we can argue that. But if Corrin couldn't footstool Fox out of shield, Corrin would be mega cooked in that matchup. That means Fox could just mash in your face all day long. And even if you say something like, oh, well, you shouldn't be in that position in the first place, good luck being so good at the game that you'll never be next to a Fox player. Good luck with that. Because I'm going to EX teleport next to you, and you are going to have to deal with that situation. Like, it's just, it is Fox McCloud. Like, he's fast as fuck. There's always the threat of dash attack. Whenever you think you're in threat of dash attack, you are forced to shield, which gives him more mobility around you. Like, I think it's a bit closed-minded to be like, and I'm not saying that you're saying this, but I think it's just generally closed-minded to be like, this is either not that impactful or impactful. It's always somewhere in the middle, and depends on the matchup. And like you said, it depends on what the footstool option is, right? Like with Steve, there's insurance behind it. Now, Sephiroth footstool option, there's a lot more risk, which makes the character like that footstool option's way more like not as strong in my opinion, because there's so much risk involved. And then like Rob feels like it's a little bit in the middle, where it's like, okay, you're daring. It's not the safest thing if they shield, but like at least you're throwing out a decent hitbox, and that's not as laggy as something like a Sephiroth there. Sephiroth there, it's like someone's going to be able to like charge up a smash attack against
being airborne is okay.
You're just dead.
But yeah, I think
screwed, and you're light as hell.
My argument is that focusing on the footstool out of shield is close-minded, because keeping yourself in the interaction when the numbers aren't in your favor is more likely to lose long-term than finding a way to be out of it. Obviously, you're going to have to deal with the situation like you said, but it's not always going to be in an aerial way, because dealing with Fox's like dash speed doesn't necessarily convert into being in a situation where footstool is even an option anyway. And I do think it's really important to be able to execute when an opportunity presents itself. I think it's really important to show them you can do the footstool, because it can change things. But I don't think it's entirely relevant to like say. I always describe it as like it's not saving you.
It's not your win condition. Footstool will never be your win condition. And my main point is it's just one more tool in your toolbox. Yeah. I don't think you go to a tournament and you're like, yo, I got these footstools on lock. I'm about to come through. I'm about to win SmashCon or Genesis, because people don't know about this footstool shit. Like, I'm going to win this whole tournament off the foot. No, it's just one additional tool to deal with one threat or a couple of threats. Like that's all it is.
Because shield grab is weak. And if the Corrin Fox situation, Corrin doesn't have like another type of out of shield that she wants to do. Like obviously rising Nair is like it starts to put you behind in the numbers game if they don't do something at the same time. Like if they don't rise,
if they
with
landing
you,
Nair and they shield, you're rising Nair, you're getting up smash.
you just get repeat. The situation will either repeat into you being sluggish or you're just gonna lose immediately. Yeah, and it's like I do the same with Diddy Kong, where if you do the rising aerial at the right time when they start playing, it's really good. But if you do the rising aerial when they're still not doing anything yet, you're really cooked. So yeah, I just personally don't like it because I don't think it is as much of an option as most people think. Because it beats one thing and it beats that thing being done poorly. Regardless if it's a core part of that character strategy or not, it is still, I would still evaluate it as them making a big mistake in the first place. Like they could obviously not make the mistake. So it's not like that's why it's not a win condition or why I don't think it's a strong strategy.
But humans are going to make mistakes. You're playing in a tournament with humans. And to me, what like one of the biggest things about competitive Smash is like, yes, everyone's striving to play perfect, but how much do you capitalize off of your opponent's mistakes? Because no one's going to play perfect. So did your opponent capitalize harder on your mistakes or did you capitalize harder on your opponent's mistakes? This is why punish game is such a big deal, right? We always talk about players that have insane punishes games where it's like, oh, Sonix, like say I'm sure there's matches where Sonix actually loses neutral more than his opponent, but his punish game is so much stronger that doesn't really matter. And that's a lot that goes for a lot of players. And I think just having the additional tool now, certain punishes out of Footstool are way stronger than others. Steve Anvil. So I mean, you're noticing one trend here that Footstool Anvil is just really, really broken because it's probably the strongest by far Footstool out of shield option that I can think of off the top of my head in terms of backup plan. So even if you mess it up, you're still like in a decent position. It gets the kill, right? It's quick. And I even like the idea of using, if you're learning Footstool out of shield, even using it to disengage, I think is a pretty safe option. Like
it's the worst, cute.
Yeah, sure. Like worst case scenario, you burn double jump and then you're dead. But so that there is risk.
I like
to
it with DK because his Footstool out of shield stuff isn't universal. So some characters, like it literally is your best option to get away.
Yeah, and there is I think you have a lot of merit saying that there is a huge lack of consistency. There's a huge lack of consistency because of the spacing involved. Different characters have different like Footstool hurt boxes, right? Where their head is and stuff like that. So it's tricky.
Your own character's air drift is really important too and stuff like that. And it's also basically what I'm trying to say is like I'm trying to zoom out of the situation as much as I can. Where something like dash shield is already incredibly weak. Like that's I don't like I think that's like not like I think that's a very poorly layered decision in neutral or whatever. And then something like Fox doing a full up nair into your shield. Like I'm trying to zoom out as much as possible where I'm not even saying Footstool beats poorly done aerials. Like I'm not even saying it's the difference between like doing your aerial well or not. I'm arguing that the aerial shouldn't exist in the first place. Like
is it more so the aerial shouldn't exist or is it the idea of like dash shield? Because that's what I was getting from what
I'm trying to zoom out as much as possible. Like let's say Corrin is in shield and the Fox is full hopping. Like you can reset to the plat. Like you're already kind of winning. So like you don't like it's not like you don't like you're already kind of bullying them with your presence. The nair doesn't have to exist, regardless if it's cross up or not, how safe it is. Like that, it's not even relevant. Like I'm trying to zoom out of the entire situation and like reevaluate it from there because a lot of people they're trying to go into this situation with like I have a band-aid, I have a fix, rather than like realizing like you can back up entirely and win without the reliance of your opponent. And because like I wouldn't qualify that type of mistake as the same type of mistake as other things because there's so many choices before that mistake. It's more than one mistake, and I do believe that players won't make those.
But if Fox never goes for a nair on you, then how's Fox killing? Like Fox, like you have to take risks for certain outcomes. If Fox goes in with nair and he's fishing for sour nair, what, up smash, right? Like it's not like Fox can play the entire game shooting shit across the screen and just being like, you'll die eventually. Like there are characters that do that,
But in that situation,
there are characters that also need to
platforms
take
are
risks.
always a reset point because the Corrin's
Right.
already in shield. You know what I mean? Like you can feint in and out of that situation until it's actually like a good
Okay.
time to nair.
I should reword this question. Do you think Fox players should play and never nair into their opponent?
Well,
Because
Not
to me, that
necessarily. Just
okay. See, that's like the way you're wording it is like Fox, or at least what I'm taking it in is like if Fox nairs into Corrin, that's a mistake. And to me, I'm that's blowing my mind because that's a very generally a favorable position for Fox.
I think the Corrin is making a slightly more of a mistake than the Fox,
But you're saying the Corrin is positioning wrong in general.
yeah, I think it could be zoomed out entirely. Yeah,
it's hard because you can always retreat, but then what if you're in the corner? What if you're? I mean, I guess
there
if
is
you're in
that
the corner,
issue with
like
characters like that where you can run out of stage, but I still would rather look into that area than like force myself into the situation where like the numbers just aren't there.
If you're saying you shouldn't, if you can TLDR and be like, you shouldn't go into a tournament fishing for Footstool, like I agree with that.
Kind of, but
you should look at other ways to solve the problem rather than just like, I know how to Footstool out of shield, it'll fix that problem for me. It's like there's other ways to look at it too.
I think my favorite use of it is actually when you're already winning. So like when you do something like you're winning neutral, right? And you're in that transitional period between your advantage and neutral is going to reset, and you do like a little threat, like flicker. I think that's when it's at its best, right? Because it's like, we're going to reset anyway, but if they get overly aggressive, I'll get a little more for my advantage state. That like transitional period, like I'm saying, between like, I could get a little more, but if they play it well, we're going to reset. Let me let them know I'm looking for it. And if they don't do it, we reset. But like, I don't like it as an initiation between like the first like 1 to 3 layers.
Got it.
Yeah. I just think it's just you're locking yourself into such a few couple types of interaction as the person that's locking themselves in shield, and then as the person that's doing the aerial too. It's just like,
yeah. So like you're essentially saying you shouldn't just go in and just fish for it, or it's closed-minded to think, oh, hey, since I know how to Footstool down air with Corrin, now Fox can't nair against me. That
yeah,
I agree with you there. Like in a sense where it's like, well, there's a lot of different ways. Like I said, it's just one of your tools, one of your many tools to deal with one of their many problems. And you should never think like, oh, Footstool is the one and only answer to these problems. You can position differently, you can space things differently. There's so many other, like you could just straight up anti-air the Fox if you really want to hard call out like a falling. Exactly. There's so many other there are many other tools. I absolutely agree, but I do think Footstooling out of shield is strong and changes matchups. That's like where I stand. I don't think it's like the end all be all by no means, no, but I think it does affect matchups and how they're played.
I think it depends on the Footstool out of shield for sure.
It's matchup dependent for sure. Like, not every Footstool punishes as great as my Anvil, right?
Yeah, I feel like that one's like specifically different with the insurance, but also just the fact that you die at like 80 when. So like if Steve hits you with like a little combo up till blah 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 blah,
it's usually an advantage.
Yeah, and then on the way down, like someone tries to reversal because
they're trying to survive.
Yeah, right. They're like fighting their way down, and he just shields it, and then boom, like you die out of nowhere. Like that is
it's kind of interesting because right? I just realized why people fight their way down in the first place, because they have to preemptively throw out the numbers because the up tilt and the up air are so fast.
Yeah, so
it's like an advantage state tool.
Yeah,
more than anything.
With Steve specifically, I believe that to be true. But I'm
not going anywhere movement wise anyway, so we might as well be ready to do it.
But I do think there's some merit to like, yes, dash shield is like kind of like a layer 1 strategy, but there is some merit to like showing it, especially if people aren't good at dealing with it. Like that's something you can kind of take advantage of. It's like, and this is when it starts going from like a character thing to like a player thing, right? Like if you're fighting someone and you realize that player just will not refuse to hit your shield, like they just keep slapping your shield, like, hey, by all means, like, yeah. But like, I think what Gavin's arguing is like the better players you'll play against, like it won't happen, at least from like a neutral standpoint, right? Like where you're just going to be able to run in and be like, okay, I'm going to lock myself in shield. Here comes this Pikachu neutral air or something because they're looking for nair loops, and then
I just don't think Footstool out of shield actually beats enough scenarios.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like this one thing that you're kind of looking for, and like that means like, so when I play Smash, like the way I think about it is like
it takes 11 frames to drop shield, bro.
You're playing the game, and like there's like you just gaining the information normally. So you play the game and like you watch what the opponent's doing, and then as over time goes, you start going for like soft reads. So like soft reads are like I think that they might there's like a couple different things that they can do in this situation when Fox is dashing for me, but I kind of have this idea that like yes, right, they'll go for, there's like these areas where it covers multiple things, and then there's like the really like the hard reads, which some people are like, oh my gosh, he charged a smash attack, that's a hard read. But I think if you tunnel vision on one specific option at one timing, that is going for a hard read. I think there's like a clear difference between like a hard read and a soft read. And I think what I'm gathering is that Gavin's saying that you going for like dash shield is essentially that hard read. Like if you're going for like footstool out of shield, you're trying to hard read that someone's going to commit to hitting to your shield, and that is like your strategy, right? And like that is not a good strategy because you're tunnel visioning on literally one option.
Yeah,
and like
you're not tunnel visioning on what it's an option within an option.
Yeah.
So like I just.
Like you're literally looking for one outcome. That's it. Like there's no other thing.
Arrogant or something, but if I played someone right now and they were like really looking for it for whatever reason, even if I'm doing something that's vulnerable to it, like they're not gonna have a chance.
Yeah, but the good players that use it now at top level play do not just go in and fish for footstool out of shield. You see it in matches.
For
like
sure.
You cannot this is just facts. Like the best players in the game right now use footstool out of shield punishes. But I don't think that they're fishing for it. And I also will definitely agree. Like if I was telling a mid or a high level player, what should you be focusing on? The first thing on the list is not going to be, man, you really need to like get those footstool out of shield punishes down. Like there are so many other aspects of Smash that you can put your time into that you'll get more bang for your buck in terms of improving as a player. Absolutely. And the reason why you see top level players use it is because it's a very specific tool for a very specific situation. Yep. And when that situation comes up, they have the awareness to be like, oh, I can do this. But they're not like going in and being like, oh man, I can't wait to get this footstool out of shield. Like that's not what they're doing. It's a very specific tool for a very specific situation. That's all it is.
Yeah, I guess I'm stubborn, but I'm just.
I think we are saying the same thing. We are literally saying the same thing in a different way.
So they're good.
But I also would like go as far as to say
you should never footstool out of shield.
Did something so vulnerable in the first place, they were already going to lose.
Right, but I think our expectations of level of play, our expectations of what the player should be playing at are just different. That's all it is. I think what the world you're living in is like everyone's playing at 100% all the time, and like we are the sickest living beings at video games ever. Like that, which is sick, and I totally respect that. And I mean, I can't really expect to have the same perspective as you because I don't really compete at all anymore, I've never really competed at your level.
It doesn't beat grounded moves. It doesn't actually beat aerials. It fucking doesn't.
Yeah, it beats mistakes, dude. That's yeah.
But
what do you think a shield grab is?
It's not one mistake that it beats. It's so many. They have to make at least two.
Right, but a shield grab is the same thing. You think a shield getting shield grab is just one mistake? You really think that? There's no way. Getting shield grab, there's multiple layers of mistakes, and I'll tell you right now, go pull up a VOD of any recent grand finals, there will be a shield grab. I guarantee you there will be a shield grab.
If I played Smash right now, I'm probably shield grabbing something, or I'm getting shield grabbed.
Exactly, yes. It's like that's all it is. It's just a punish for a mistake. And people make mistakes. We're human. We're not robots playing like until we get it to the point where we got these AI tournaments going. No one's getting footstool in an AI tournament, right? Nobody.
I don't think the community I think there's a lot of misunderstandings around footstool out of shield.
I think that's fair to say. It's a very deep topic for sure.
Yeah, I think you have a point. I just don't know if it is exactly it was like 6 a.m. when you wrote this too. But I think you brought up some interesting things for sure. And I think it's worth saying just like it's not like Footstool out of shield saved me. You know, like that's not exactly how it's
My
going to
character
work.
now has frame data. I am I am enlightened.
Well, okay. What about characters who have good out of shield without Footstool out of shield? Do they just win automatically all the time? And can you not pressure them or do anything?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Actually,
True. Okay.
a lot of the time, honestly.
Well, wait until you see my tweet at 6 a.m. Then you'll see something.
Why learn Footstool out of
I'm
shield when you can
excited,
pick a character like Mr. Game and Watch and never Footstool in your life? Who needs Footstool?
It's good.
Yo, low-key, his Footstool dare could go crazy though.
For what though?
There's no way.
I'm
There's
just
no
kidding.
way
Yo,
you just
hey,
had
hold
like
on.
this 20-minute conversation and then you're gonna argue to
The
me
Game and
that
Watch
Game
shield
and
Well,
Watch
it's faster than
Footstool out of-
Sephiroth. There's you can react.
Oh, we're not talking about Sephiroth.
Wait,
This is Sephiroth's fault.
I thought we were talking about good characters, man. What's going on here?
where's Game Watch?
Where is he? I don't know.
Well, Footstool out of shield is at best the same frame as.
No, I just want to know what his dare is. Frame 12.
Yeah.
So it's 7
Oh.
frames faster than Sephiroth, and you have 21 frames of advantage when you Footstool. It's pretty good.
You think
Yeah,
that
you
combo
can-
on an up smash or what?
I don't know, like when does it pop them up? Like I've never really.
That
Send up B.
I know.
What, I was gonna say this. What if I see a Footstool down air from Game and Watch in any tournament coming up?
I mean, I feel
Dude.
like I've seen it before.
The God
but,
given,
Like,
like,
they're up being
I
people at
don't
like
know.
200. Like send them.
Yeah.
Like, it's probably gonna kill them.
Then you go to his cool back air from Brawl. If you remember that.
Yeah.
Move. Good move. Good move. Anyway,
Um,
yeah. So never use Footstool out of shield, guys. You heard it here first.
Yeah,
And-
you should unlearn it.
It's bad. You should unlearn it. But also, if you're Game and Watch, you should start doing it.
Only Game.
Oh, only Game and Watch
No
players.
more
I
up
like-
out of
I
shield.
I see Gavin's agenda. Get everyone to stop doing
Like,
Footstool.
wait a minute.
Then get the Game and Watch
All
players
my
to fish
landing
for
neutral layers
Footstool
are
Dare.
now safe.
Yeah, there we go.
and then pick Sonic and Brawl. That character is terrible. I've been watching for like the past
No,
like 20
dude,
minutes.
we don't have to kill them.
Oh, you.
My
He's been doing his
goodness.
research, bro.
This
We don't have
character
to
is
kill them. We don't
atrocious.
have to kill them.
Oh no, not timeout Sonic.
I mean,
Yo,
that's
he-
what they were doing in Brawl.
That- that- well,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
you,
saying is the
the
character's
only
already
But we
strategy,
could do it
bro.
better. We could improve it.
This
That
is
was
what I'm
the only
saying is they are grimier than any players you would ever see today, for sure. If you're trying to make Sonic work in Brawl,
Nah,
you're fighting for your life every millisecond of
the
every
grime
match.
has evolved, bro. Don't doubt the grime.
Brother,
The grime has evolved, bro.
no, it has.
in Brawl.
Name a
like,
who's the timeout character in Ultimate that's not a top tier or high tier.
Most
Okay.
of them.
Anyway,
uh,
PT. like who are you gonna say?
Uh,
Belmont.
Yeah, timeout Belmont, dude.
I know
Bayo can
Belmont.
do it. Bayo can do it.
That's a high tier.
Bayo's at least high tier. bro.
Bayo does not pass the slip test.
Here's the
And
thing with
also-
Sonic. Sonic and Smash 4 and Ultimate, your opponent is suffering more than you are. When you're playing Sonic and Brawl, the Sonic player is suffering.
You're hurting yourself.
way
Yes,
mo-
yes.
Like you are
Yes.
inflicting way more self harm.
Alex is capable, bro. He can do it. We're putting.
Well, I
him
believe
that
in him
time
very
frame.
much. If anyone
Yeah,
could do it,
very
it's
much
probably
so.
him. Wrath
Yeah.
W. He probably had a good Sonic in
Yeah.
They can
Brawl.
both.
Killer
there's,
Sonic and
There's
Brawl.
room for two people.
Well, yeah, but you have to take one of the seats. Is the problem? 'Cause
Uh,
you have to watch this. You're doing this.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
of them-
yeah.
You have a time
Stay
machine.
here, I'll
This is
be
what
back.
you're using it for. You have to watch every set front
Wait
row.
for a decade. I'll be back. You can go next. All
Not
right?
even gonna go back in time and buy Bitcoin. Like you're just gonna go back and have Sonic's play.
It doesn't
Brawl
have nothing to
Sonic.
do with me at
Yeah.
all. Like,
It's,
I'm not
it's that
benefiting.
meme. It's like, why didn't you buy Bitcoin? It's like, well, I was training Sonics. to
Well,
time everyone
I
else
was
in
busy
Brawl.
doing way more important things.
I was
all right?
rooting 40-man brackets in Brawl.
40.
I know.
Oh, that's
Sorry, yeah.
gracious.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of Apex or whatever, you know. the big one.
Yeah. The tri-state locals, you know.
We need the stage list for the Sonic timeout.
Oh, true. Yeah, you
Rainbow
gotta
Cruise.
bring out everything, dude.
All right, Sonix, would you rather never play Marvel Rivals again, or go back and play Brawl?
That sounds what?
It's Marvel Rivals. That game rules, man.
And you guys won't have enough time to go purchase Bitcoin because you're gonna be grinding Brawl. Like
Yeah.
you gotta win with Sonic.
Yeah. No, like we don't have to win. We could get like a. We need
Get
to
what?
make him higher on
Second?
the tier list. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, that's easy.
No, it's not. He's already getting like top 64s and stuff. I was.
Yeah, I mean,
researching
Sonic's
that.
would definitely place higher than that. Like Sonic's would definitely place higher than the Sonic players.
I haven't
from
said
Brawl,
A
for
tier,
sure.
which is what Fox and Wolf were in.
No, I mean, I don't know where I want him to get like.
Whoever tier Fox and Wolf are in,
we could get him to top 15
No,
at least.
Jesus, that's some like
this is insane.
That's like Marth territory. That's like DDD territory. I mean, DDD was kind of ass, but like.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, we can get him to like.
Honestly,
we could get him to like 11th.
Damn.
I'm watching.
We could get him better than Wario. We could get him 10th.
I finally found
Pikachu tier.
A good
there's a
Sonic
good Sonic
mod.
character.
Some of these moves aren't bad.
Ooh.
Sonic Neutral was nice.
Yo, Peep is
Just didn't
down.
get anything on it.
Was nice.
That down smash.
What? Okay.
I saw it.
So here's
That
the
was
problem.
terrible.
What if the other players start camping you back? Then you're just doing it worse. There's just you can't win.
No,
this
it's
is not
chill,
good. It's not chill. There's nothing chill about what's being discussed.
You just have to out neutral your
Meta Knight.
opponent like times 20, get the lead.
Dash, dash, jab, 1, 2, 3, dash, dash, dash.
What do you think his worst matchup was? It was just Meta Knight, straight up.
No.
Huh?
Could be Diddy Kong.
I don't know who it was, but I know it was.
Could be like Diddy Kong, Olimar.
But he was one of those like had weirdly not a terrible matchup.
Snake,
against Meta Knight.
Falco.
Yeah,
they all sound terrible, honestly.
Falco sounds rough.
Consistent ways to deal with NATO.
No, dude, we're gonna
Wait, was Sonic's recovery good in Brawl? Couldn't you like grab it? It didn't snap to ledge, right?
I don't remember.
Oh, it still did.
I thought you could do the same
I know
thing
you could
do
grab
to
it,
Snake.
You could.
Yeah,
You could do the same.
You could grab release him. That's funny.
You could grab release him. He wouldn't get
and
it back.
He just kind of did that spin like really slowly.
Yeah, the slow tumble. But I mean, I guess you should be sweet spotting it,
My
right?
goodness.
Like that should never happen.
Send me the VOD, Marcus. I need something to fall
His
asleep
up air
to.
was actually stronger than it is.
Yeah, but it almost never connected. My goodness.
Yeah.
Who needs to take medication to go to sleep when you can just throw up a Brawl Sonic?
Throw the
ball?
melatonin out. It's gone. I think I'd go as far as say I think Luigi's better than Sonic.
Wait, did he have like any He didn't have combos like at all.
No.
No.
Like
He has
combos?
Yeah,
Dude.
spin dash first hit a up air.
Oh,
Dude.
I'm telling you, bro. It's
Yeah,
bad.
I don't think you truly
He-
understand like the damage output this character did.
I think of characters in
Like
Brawl,
timing out was not a choice. You couldn't get the first stock. You had
Yeah.
to like get him to 200 and like run away and not
F-tilt.
lose a single stock.
he and it's not like looking at the rest of the characters, even anywhere remotely near him on the tier list. It's not like he didn't have representation. A lot of people tried to make him work. A lot of people tried to make him work. This isn't like Sheik or like Ike.
yeah,
where,
but like not time traveling Sonic.
Sonic.
That is true. That is
That,
true.
that is without time
Okay.
travel tech. True.
No one's saying he wouldn't make an impact. I'm just saying, obviously, he's one of the best players to ever play
You know
Smash.
what's funny? He might never know this conversation existed.
Someone will send it to him, I'm sure. Of course, it's so fucking stupid. Maybe they won't,
Also, like,
actually.
why am I trying to do this much damage to a game that's already like been so hurt?
It's already dead. Yeah.
Like it's been this
Yeah.
game has been so hurt so many times, and I'm just creating this like evil scientist.
You send a nuke pack in Brawl for no reason. Like, why? That's terrible.
This game has already taken so much damage.
I like how
According to this matchup chart I found, Sonic's worst matchups are Meta Knight, Olimar, Falco, and is this Lucario?
oh hell yeah.
Oh,
And Lucario.
Oh, that,
That makes
a
sense.
ton of sense.
That makes a
Oh,
lot of
I was
sense.
thinking Wario too, because you never kill him, he just gets to waft over and over.
How will
Wario's
Sonic
only
defeat
-1.
Lucario? Oh, okay. Not too bad. So Meta
If-
Knight's the worst?
if time traveling Sonic isn't beating Lucario,
It looks
then
like they're all
abandoning the
tied.
whole
I'm going back
project,
too,
and I'm
bro.
not
Hi,
bringing him
Lucario.
back in time. I'm not.
Don't send him
I'm
back.
leaving him there.
No Marvel Rivals. You
Like,
sit
you've
there and you
disappointed
play on
me.
this Wii.
You couldn't even beat the 11th best character, bro. Like, come on,
Has will go back in time and ask Trello to teach him.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Playing, bro.
dude.
I played Lee
Sonic?
Martin in a tournament, true.
Sonic and Brawl. I'm about to say it, and then I'm gonna end the episode.
Oh shit.
Beats Ice Climbers.
No,
Yeah, dude.
but it looks like it might be even or close to it. You might be able to get it to even. I doubt you're going to be able
Does
to
he get
it to
smoked by
even.
Olimar? I bet you
Yes.
he does.
We're
I bet you
timing
he
out
does,
that
yeah.
character free, bro. Free.
Who, Olimar?
Timing out.
No, Ices.
Absolutely
Ices is
not.
no problem, bro.
No, Gavin. It's not like you only timing out is that's
can
the
kill
only way to
Mana.
win.
It's implied, yeah.
Don't
like,
don't be like, yo, but the timeout's the answer. No, that's like
We
the
can
only
kill
option.
Mana.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, people have already done this research. Like, obviously, it would get better if you put a really good player on Sonic. But like, first off, at what cost? Second off, like,
Time traveling Sonics, bro.
I'm a fan. He would get to play through Smash 4, which
Yeah,
would be pretty lit.
and maybe because of his success, they put Shadow in Smash.
It's Ganondorf chart.
Spider-Man. Send. It's just red. It's just red everywhere.
He has no winning. He has no even matchups.
He has no even matchups. Not even Zelda.
He only loses.
That trifecta of like Link, Zelda, and Ganon all being at the bottom.
It's so crazy. And Puff is in there too. Oh, okay, cool. Dude, and Falcon. That's sad. Come on.
It's my favorite version of Smash Falcon, actually.
That's terrible.
Because
All right.
it's bad.
Have a good one. I have to do Metafy lessons, y'all.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching the show. Weird episode.
They're gonna be like, hey.
Shout out to Riddles. Shout out to Yara.
Shout out
If you
to
want to
Time
improve in
Traveling
Smash
Sonics.
Ultimate, I have a Metafy, metafy.gg/@tweek.
Not the episode to plug.
Not
around.
taking any Brawl players,
Bro.
by the way. This is Smash Ultimate only.
Your lesson's
We
gonna be
also
like,
do
yo, how do I
bonus
lead trap better? You're like, you ever think about if Sonix had a time machine and started playing Brawl?
We also do
What the hell?
Patreon bonus content where we may or may not go into this more. Patreon.com.
We will not. No,
Tweek
stop.
Talks.
We're gonna lose subs, dudes.
And have a good one, y'all. That was fun.